You're looking at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Tonight, the reigning Super Bowl champion Eagles host the Dallas Cowboys to kick off the NFL season. Off the field, legal sports betting is heading for another record-breaking year. The American Gaming Association expects about $30 billion to be wagered on the NFL this upcoming season. I know it makes a lottery cash look like lunch money. That's an increase of 8.5% from last season. A lot of that action will flow through DraftKings. CEO and co-founder Jason Robins joins us now. Good morning. How you doing, Jay?
I'm good. How are you?
It's good to see you. So let's talk about this. Why is gambling all of the rage, especially when it comes to the NFL? Why so much of an increase?
Well, I look at it this way. Most people watch sports because they want to root for something. And, that could be your home team, that could be your favorite player. But having a bet on a game makes you virtually interested in any game. And you want to, you feel the same passion, the same excitement over big plays. So it's just really what makes sports great is having a rooting interest. And I think betting creates it. So if you're somebody who likes sports and enjoys watching sports, it just takes it to a whole new level.
Yeah, a while ago, full transparency, 5 or 6 years ago, I used to be one of the voices of DraftKings.
Yeah, I make Nate call me on Sundays and just do the voiceover for me
Make
on the
it
phone.
rain.
Make it rain.
No doubt about it.
We love it.
But when I was doing that, I would listen to the types of trends that I would be voicing over. What are some of the trends that are coming up this season that you're paying attention to?
Well, your former team, the Lions, right now is the most bet-on team to win the Super Bowl.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Right behind them is the Eagles, but the Lions are getting plus 1,100. So I think people like that number.
All right, I'm not saying that's not a smart bet. However, some people do lose in gambling, right? They make a bad bet. Can you imagine a scenario? I know you've invested in responsible gambling and making sure people don't have a problem and all the rest. Can you ever imagine cutting somebody off for bad bets?
Oh, we do that all the time.
Do you really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, we've invested a ton. We have somewhere between 50 and 100 people working on responsible gaming. We have a whole team of people that reviews. We have actually using AI to analyze and review customer communications and look for things to flag. We also have really great tools for people, so we encourage everybody who uses us to set a limit. No reason not to. Everybody has some limit, some budget they should be setting.
Yeah, but if someone sets their own limit and they have a problem, how does that work?
Well, you set a limit based on what you think you should be spending. Obviously, at a certain level of play, we're going to do more. But for somebody who's, spending $20, $50, $100, that's usually where most people are in a given month. Or, most of our customers by far are betting $1, $2, $3 range. It's very low dollars, yes.
And more women are getting into this, and they're wagering slightly more than the men. What's behind that?
Well, we've really seen growth in women. Some of it, I think, has come on women's sports, but actually women are betting on the NFL. They're betting on everything. We've taken millions and millions of bets from women over the last year or two, and it just seems to be growing quickly. So really exciting to see, because I think that's a demographic that hasn't adopted as much. And so for us, that's great to see. And then also, in terms of bet size, I think it's pretty similar. There might be some differences based on which sports and things, but actually the profile of a woman who is betting looks very similar to that of a man who's betting.
We recently spoke to NCAA President Charlie Baker, and he came in and he talked about how the sports gambling has turned into this very intense energy from these fans, even to the point where they are heckling and going after these players because they're betting and they have so much money on the line. What is DraftKings, what is your platform doing to help kind of ensure the safety? Even though it might not necessarily be your responsibility, it just seems like you have a hand in it.
Oh, it's the same thing as responsible gaming. We have a code of conduct. We just actually recently sent it out to everybody who uses the product, that if you are, reported as somebody who is doing that, we will kick you off the system. We will suspend you from the system. We have no tolerance for that. Part of using the product is using it responsibly, and part of being responsible means you have to take it as entertainment and not do things like that. And that's something I've taught to Charlie. Used to be our governor in Massachusetts, so I know him quite well, and we spent a lot of time on this. And I think it's a really important thing, just like responsible gaming is. One of the great things about this being in the legal market, remember, 7 years ago, billions and billions of dollars still actually in the roughly half of the population that doesn't have legal betting being wagered with illegal bookies. None of those protections are there. People can bet when they're kids. People can bet, if they have a problem.
Yeah, I don't get that at all.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah.
Well, Jason, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate everything that you guys are doing.